Well, our Volkswagen flashback takes us back to this past Sunday morning. Phil, you and I were out of town, but a lot of people showed up in Landover, Maryland to see this, the implosion of the place where you won the 1978 NBA World Championship, you and your fellow Bullets teammates. And I know seeing that has to bring some mixed emotions to your eyes, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. But wow, what a sight that was. Well, time to check the starting lineups, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. First for the visiting Memphis Grizzlies with a record of 7-19. They're 6th in the Midwest Division. 6-8 at home, just 1-11 on the road. Wesley Person and Jason Williams started the backcourt. Person against the Wizards came off the bench to score 14 points with 5 rebounds. Jason Williams averaging 11.5 points, 6.5 assists in his 5th year from Florida. And in the front court for Memphis, it's Drew Gooden, Lorenzen Wright, and Pau Gasol. Gooden averaging 13.7 points per game, 2nd among NBA rookies. Lorenzen Wright at 9 points a game, 5.5 rebounds in his 7th year from Memphis. And Gasol, last year's Rookie of the Year, is at 16.7 points per game. He leads the team in scoring. Well, Hughes Brown took over this team for Sidney Lowe. Back on November 15th was Hughes' first game. He coached him to an 0-5 record, and since then, they have won 7 and lost 6. So Hughes has helped to turn this squad around. Hughes, the head coach, with an overall record of 7-11 coaching this team. Your Washington Wizards are 11-13 overall. They're in 5th in the Atlantic Division. 7-5 here at home, 4-8 on the road. Michael Jordan starts with Larry Hughes, and Larry Hughes has had a tremendous month so far. In rebounds, 3.5 assists in 8 games played so far in December. And in the front court, joining MJ and Hughes, Jerry Stackhouse, Brendan Haywood. Brendan Haywood tied his season high with 11 points, had 8 rebounds and 3 block shots. He played well, as did Laettner and Stackhouse. The head coach of the Wizards is Doug Collins, now with 48 victories in 2 seasons in Washington, 58 losses. 306 wins overall in his 8-year career at 255 losses. He's assisted by Brian James, Larry Drew, Johnny Bach, Patrick Ewing, and the Wizards trainer is Steve Stricker. All right, let's take a look at the Jim Coleman keys to the game, Phil.
Well, the Grizzlies have only out-rebounded their opponents 5 times. In those 5 games, they've won 3 of them, so they have to do a good job on the boards and battle Washington. In the last meeting, Earl Watson had a tremendous game, a career game, 17 points in 24 minutes. He missed only 2 shots, was perfect from the line, had 5 assists and no turnovers. We don't know how much he'll play. We don't know the status of Evan Knight, but I'm sure that Hughes Brown would love to get that kind of effort off the bench. The Wizards are going to concentrate on getting to the free throw line. They only went to the line 10 times in the last meeting. Memphis, meanwhile, went to the line 25 times. They had a plus 12 points from the line. Stackhouse only went twice. And Washington's going to have to shut this team down. They give up a lot of points, somewhat similar to Atlanta, but I tell you, they've really been on a tear. We told you they've won 5 of the last 6 games. In 4 of those last 5 games, they've scored 100 points, and that includes their first road win, which was against Miami. They scored 107.
The officials for tonight's game are the veteran Bob Delaney with Baltimore, Maryland, Sean Corbin and Tony Brown. This is the second and final meeting between these two. The Wizards lead the all-time series 7-6, including both games last year, winning 91-81 in Memphis on December 11th, and again at MCI Center 88-85 on April the 6th.
Steve, I think you hit the nail on the head. This is a different team, even from when they last met. Of course, Jason Williams wasn't playing in that game. They've made some changes in the starting lineup. Wesley Person, who played outstanding basketball, is in the starting lineup, and they have been putting up some good numbers. As I mentioned, 100 points in 4 of their last 5 wins.
They come off a victory against Golden State, 104-91. And one thing this team has been doing is shooting lights out. They have some excellent perimeter shooters, and they really have an excellent percentage from the field. They're 9th in the league in field goal percentage, 14th in three-point shooting. And they have been playing well.
Had 30 assists in that game Monday night, which which tells you that they are also moving the ball around well.
Over the top, out of bounds, and the Wizards miss their first shot. Washington now 11-13 overall. They've got road wins at Cleveland, Detroit, Toronto, and last night at Atlanta. And here at home, 7-5 on the season. Inside to Gasol against Laettner and drops it in. Pau Gasol, in his second year from Barcelona, Spain, averages almost 17 points, almost 8 rebounds, 3 assists, couple of blocks. He's 7 feet tall, but for some reason doesn't look like it.
He's got a slight build, so sometimes that can fool you.
Stackhouse's shot is blocked. Haywood is there. They get it to Hughes. He'll pump the jumper and hit it.
Boy, Larry Hughes has been playing such good basketball over the last 2 or 3 weeks especially, and he's been shooting right around mid-50s.
Jason Williams. Memphis in their second year in that Tennessee town after 6 years in Vancouver, British Columbia. Nice pass inside and an easy. Stackhouse missed that one. Jerry was hot last night. Hit 3 3-pointers in the first half. Williams fires and makes it. And the Grizzlies off to a 4-point lead, 6-2. Jordan with 30 points last night in a magnificent performance. Michael yet to shoot here so far. Haywood trying to muscle inside, off the glass, no good. Williams again, and he's fouled. Let's see if they give him 3. It's on Larry Hughes, and he'll get 2 shots.
We talked about how well this team has been playing for the season. You can say 7 for 19, but the last 6 games, 5 for 1, averaging almost 100. Defensively, field goal percentage, and as Steve mentioned, their 3-point percentage is up high too.
25 of 26, including the one he just made. And he got that one as well. 27 years old now, his second year in Memphis after 3 in Sacramento. And the Grizzlies have a 6-point lead. Well, last night the Wizards got off to a lead against Atlanta, never relinquished it. Here's MJ's first shot, missed it. Laettner trying for the rebound, can't get it. Michael pushes it up the floor, checking both sides, and now takes the jumper and hits.
That's why coaches sometimes really have a bad taste for some of those quick, long shots. The other team can get those rebounds and create fast break points, as the Wizards did.
Gasol got it.
Okay, that's going to be a tough matchup because pretty fluid. He likes to move around and has a good shot from the outside.
Give the assist to Jerry Stackhouse. He finds Laettner for an easy shot. Something they did last night as well. And Christian performed well. That's his first basket tonight. Now they double team, leaving Gasol open from 18 feet, and he misses.
Well, they were fortunate that time. No one rotated over, and Powell had plenty of time to shoot that last shot.
4-point Grizzly lead. MJ double pumps and hits.
Still has great body control too.
And the thing that nobody's really touched a whole lot on is the fact that now he's averaging 31.4 minutes a game. We haven't heard him complain yet about his knees. And that's good to see.
Sure. I tell you, he's had 2 games in the last. So even better sign.
Foul is called on Christian Laettner.
For good team defense. Brendan came up with a couple of big blocks in the second half as Atlanta was trying to get back last night. I believe that block was from Laettner, but they also called the foul on it.
And let's see what they call now. Traveling as Laettner reached in, and Sean Corbin, the trail official, calls a travel on Gasol. Here's another look at this.
Or did he travel on his own, or
was he pushed? Tough call.
Yeah.
Jordan fires, score the basket. He'll go to the line.
Kind of mesmerizes you with the ball, showing Gooden the ball, get him to reach for the ball, then he takes it away. And now that hand is in a bad position, gets a little contact on the arm as Jordan is going up. Now Jordan has a chance for the three-point play.
Averaging just under 17 points a game now. Last night, he hit 12 of 18 from the field. All 6 of his free throws. Had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 30 points, a season high for MJ against the Hawks. Wizards on a 7-0 run. Lorenzen right for Gasol. They knock it away with 10 seconds to shoot, and Washington has taken its first lead of the night.
A lot of the opportunities offensively will start with Jason Williams. He's so quick, so cagey with his passes, but sometimes, of course, he can get a little out of control.
Drew Gooden, one of 3 players on these 2 teams that were in the finals last year as Jerry Stackhouse hits. Gooden, Jared Jeffries, Juan Dixon. 3 pretty good rookies out here. Of course, Juan Dixon unable to play, still with the injured elbow. Gooden this time goes around Jordan. Bothered by Laettner, he stole the ball from him.
Good defensive rotation. They had an opening. They sealed it off quickly.
And Hughes is fouled by Williams, who doesn't like the call, but Larry will shoot 2.
Boy, they did an excellent job in rotating. You see the drive baseline. Watch how quickly Laettner steps over to seal off that baseline. No place for Gooden to go. And then you see Laettner strip it from him, come up with another steal, and they're off and running.
Wizards started 1 for 6, but since then, they've made all 5 of their field goal attempts. 1. Two of 2 from the line. Jordan hit 1. Hughes hit 1. Larry goes again and makes them both.
Well, they've also been able to push the ball up quickly and get down before the defense of Memphis gets set. And they've gotten some good shots. Stackhouse hit a couple.
Hughes, one of 3 players to average in double figures, and Bob Delaney calls a foul. It's on Stackhouse. That's his first. 3rd on the team. Memphis ball on the side.
Like Bob Delaney was saying, terrible call, terrible call. Were you able to read his lips there? Stackhouse going to challenge that shot. Forcing Wesley to pass the ball off. Contact had to be down low. You weren't able to read his lips, huh?
No, I wasn't. Lorenzen right misses short. Haywood is in there for the rebound. Stackhouse cuts into the lane, finds Laettner, who lost the ball, and the Wizards turn it over.
Boy, he was right in his comfort zone, too. Probably was thinking about shooting it before he actually caught it.
First turnover on Washington. Memphis has 3. 3-pointer, rims it. Haywood has another rebound, his 3rd. Wizards by 3, their largest lead. Here's Jordan's jumper. That's good.
Nice pick set there by Laettner to get Jordan wide open.
9 points in the quarter for MJ. He's 4 of 5. Will we see another performance like last night?
Start.
Wide open jumper is good from Lorenzen Wright in his 7th year from Memphis. In fact, he grew up there. He went to high school and college there and plays for the Grizzlies. That's very rare for an NBA player. Nice pass, Stackhouse. Beautiful play.
Nice assist from Stackhouse. Haywood handled it and put it away.
Oh, pass a little too long for Laettner. It's the 2nd time he cut down court and had his man beat, but they weren't able to complete it, and the Wizards turn it over. Washington has matched its largest lead, 19-14, with just under 5 to play in the first.
Well, Stackhouse gets a staggered screen from Laettner and Brendan Haywood. Basketball. And then you can watch how the defense reacts. Freeze it there. Now you can see the passing lane, but Haywood takes it strong to the basket. His defensive player, Lorenzen Wright, cannot guard him. He drops it right in. Nice half-court play.
Wizards committed their second turnover moments ago to give Memphis the ball back. Into Gasol around Laettner. Blocked by Haywood, and what is the call by Sean Corbin? It's on Christian Laettner. That'll be his second personal.
Well, again, you get the...
Laettner looks over at Doug Collins and says, no, don't bring anybody in.
Yeah.
But Doug responds by saying, hey, that's your second personal, and we're going to need to bring you out. So Kwame Brown will check into the game.
But you can see the problem that Gasol can present because he is quick. He has a good quick first step, and he was able to get away from Christian.
Yep. Kwame last night had a couple of points, 3 rebounds. Long jumper is good. Wesley Person, who is the #1 3-point shooter in the NBA. He's made 42 of 84. That was a 2. So the Wizards started 1 of 6 from the field. They've hit 7 in a row.
See Memphis going into their zone.
Stackhouse bumped by Williams, and that basket will not count. And the Wizards will get it on the side. Fans with Hot 5, you can play and win 25-7. That's $25,000 7 days a week. Be a part of DC Lottery's winning lineup and play Hot 5 today. Steve Buckhantz, Phil Chenier.
Well, that's the second foul for Jason Williams, so he decides to take him out. Brevin Knight replaces him, and I was really kind of surprised to see him out here. He sprained his right ankle a couple of times this season.
Jordan, give the assist to Kwame Brown.
Well, that's what you want to do against the zone, is have good ball movement. If you can get the ball in the middle, now the zone has to readjust, and they usually have an open player.
Jordan has 11 points in the period on 5 of 6 shooting, but let's see how they're going to stop Pau Gasol, who now has 6 points. Washington by 3. Jordan again, baseline. Reverse layup, no good. Haywood is there and slams it in. How about that?
Well, I like his aggressive play. We saw it last night in Atlanta. The same kind of intense play inside, looking to get offensive rebounds and rebounds in general, and then also get the putback.
Haywood with 4 points and 4 rebounds, 2 of them offensive. Last night he had 8 boards in Atlanta and 11 points, matching his season high. Again, they go to Gasol, double team him. That leaves somebody open, and they convert Lorenzen Wright. Larry Hughes back in the Washington lineup with Jordan, Stackhouse, Kwame, and Haywood. Kwame takes the jumper, and this is short. Brevin Knight in his 6th year from Stanford. Baseline for Person. Over the top and out of bounds. Timeout on the floor with 2:23 to go here in the first period, and Michael Jordan leading the way for Washington with 11 points in the quarter as Washington is up by 3. Hey, Terrapin fans, it's official. The Maryland football team is heading to its 2nd consecutive bowl game. The Terps are Peach Bowl bound and will face Tennessee on December 31st for a 7:30 p.m. kickoff. Stay up to date on bowl info by logging on to umterps.com. Bowl fever is in the air. The Grizzlies have hit 9 field goals, 8 assists. Jason Williams has 4 of them. They're 9 of 16, shooting 56%.
I mentioned they had 30 assists in their last win Monday night, and they're off to another good start. That shows good ball movement. I'm sure that makes Hughes happy.
Jordan has another one. Michael Jordan with 13 points in the quarter. He's 6 of 8 from the field. Shane Batier in the game. Baseline jumper no good. Chased down by Kwame Brown. Gordon Garachek missed the shot. And the Wizards turn it over again.
There, he really didn't have a good angle. Keep it away from Batier.
Good defense by Jordan fronting Batier as they try to go low post. Here's Stromile Swift. His jumper misses everything, and Kwame has it in his chest. Jordan, how about that?
He's got it going again.
15 points for Jordan. He's 7 of 9. Nice play on the steal by Hughes. 2-on-1. Hughes lays it up and in.
Well, that's the way to convert the fast break. You saw him give a fake over to Russell, who was filling the lane.
Wizards by 9, their largest lead of the game. Hughes has 6. Here's Garachek. Drives, kicks it out. They nearly throw it away. Batier. Swift inside, scores. Stromile Swift in his 3rd year from LSU. MJ from long range.
He's really feeling it now.
He's hitting from everywhere on the court, inside, outside, and in between. 18 first period points for the guy who can't play anymore.
I didn't say that.
I didn't mean it, as you know. Hughes got hacked, and they lose the ball to go back to Washington with 9/10 of a second to shoot.
Brevin Knight has always been a strong defensive player. I remember when he first came to the league as a rookie, he was one of the league leaders in steals and almost picked that last pass off.
Jordan is blocked by Batier at the buzzer, but what a quarter for the greatest player of all time. Michael Jordan, 8 of 11 from the field with 18 points, and the Wizards as a team shoot 64%. And after one, they have their largest lead, 32-22. Well, during the timeout, Wizards trainer Steve Stricker came over and looked at us and said, I think the word would be focus. Michael Jordan is focused. He hears what people say about him. He doesn't lend much credence. That certainly makes a point. He came back with 30 against Atlanta after 2 against Toronto, and we documented that last night in Atlanta. The 5 times this season when he's come off single-digit scoring performances to have great games the next trip out.
Yeah, and what we talked about last night was the way he was setting his defensive opponent up so well to get the inside shots. He's got to be careful with that elbow.
And he got it. They got him for it. Technical foul. You cannot throw the elbow, and Haywood did it, and he'll have to learn that.
Let's take a second look. I'm not so sure he threw the elbow, but he put it in a position where it was right in the face of Brevin Knight. I think he was trying to keep it away. I don't necessarily think he was trying to throw the elbow and hit somebody, but he was jerking it away. Of course, after looking at it even a third, really extend the elbow, but that's the call.
Tyronn Lue and Brian Russell start the period with Haywood, Kwame, and Stackhouse, so they give Jordan a rest. Michael played in all 12 minutes of the first period and was on fire, shooting 8 of 11. They swing it to Russell, to Stackhouse in the corner. Back to Russell for the three-point attempt. Good.
Good ball movement. Good patience and good ball movement.
Russell gets his 19th three-pointer of the season, shooting about 29% from long range. And the Wizards have their largest lead of 12. Steve Buckhant, Phil Chenier, our Comcast Sportsnet crew. As the ball goes out of bounds, they'll give it back to Memphis with 7 on the shot clock. Wizards looking for their 3rd consecutive win. They've done it just one other time this year. Batier around Stackhouse for the baseline jumper. Good. Shane Batier in his 2nd year from Duke, the 6th pick in the draft by Memphis a year ago. Stackhouse fadeaway, tough shot.
Line drive shot. Got away with a little bit of a push that really got Batier away from him.
Well, he has a tendency to get separation using that elbow. And, he's a veteran. He doesn't get called much for it.
Oh, nice block from Brendan.
With authority. Lue streaking against Knight. He gets fouled by Brevin Knight. But they'll call it on Stromile Swift. And let's take another look at this block. Brendan Haywood inside. He had 3 blocks last night in Atlanta, and this time Haywood, get down, young man.
Keep in mind, he's coming off his man, reacting quickly to help out down low. That's his territory. He has to control it.
Kwame against Swift with 7 to shoot. Nice move inside. Score the field goal. He'll go to the line.
Showed you some more patience there, making a lot of fakes. I'm telling you, as he continues to get more confidence and get to know what he can do, it is only going to expand his game. He has such quickness for a guy that size.
Kwame shooting 78% from the free throw line. Not too bad. 41 of 52. Wizards have their largest lead of 15 points. Swift, good defense by Kwame, and the help from Brendan. Giracek fires and misses. Rebound. Memphis team is 26th in the league in rebounding overall. Only New Orleans, Detroit, and the Knicks are less productive rebounders. As Lorenzen Wright hits his 6th point of the evening. Stackhouse driving. Kwame Brown. Now he takes the jumper and hits it.
I remember something we heard Doug talk about during one of the postgame, that for the big men, they've got to create spacing, especially for somebody like Kwame, because he has such good, quick first steps. And that's what Stackhouse did, cleared that area so he could get his man away from it.
Wizards started 1 of 6, now 17 of 20.
Back here at the MCI Center, the Wizards lead at 42-27 over the Grizzlies here, and I got with me Robert Johnson, the founder of Black Entertainment Television. And for those folks who don't know, the NBA made it official today, saying there will be a franchise in Charlotte. You, sir, will be the owner of the said franchise. You got to be excited about that first black majority owner in major sports.
Yeah, Chick, I'm very excited about winning the franchise in Charlotte. It's sort of a dream come true in terms of being able to own a basketball club, in this case a brand new basketball club, to do everything from open up a brand new arena to pick a name, design the jerseys, and build an exciting competitive team. And it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to it.
Not many guys beat Larry Bird one-on-one. You beat Larry Bird to this franchise. You start playing in 2004. How quickly do you start getting management in place?
Well, it's a good thing we weren't playing basketball. But Larry's team was a very fine team, but the owners like what I said and like what I represent in terms of business, in terms of a vision and a commitment about this team. And we expect to start playing in 04 with the team and 05 in the brand new arena.
Very nice. Robert Johnson, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Nicely done. All right, guys, back to you.
All right, congratulations from us as well. Boy, that'll be fun. Back to Charlotte after they lost their club to New Orleans, and season after next they'll be playing there.
Keep in mind, their first 5 or 6 years, that was probably the most popular place to play basketball.
The officials are saying that Brendan Haywood must have touched the basketball, although he emphatically disagreed. But Sean Corbin evidently didn't see it or agreed with the official underneath. And a out of bounds is called. It'll be Grizzlies ball with 6 seconds to shoot.
Boy, they're doing a good job right now defensively. They're very active, shutting down lanes quickly, either coming up with steals or coming up with deflections.
Hughes Brown began his coaching career in '74 and has been away from the game for a long time.
But he's been around the whole time.
Underneath to Kwame against Swift, then he lays it off the glass and in.
That time Kwame took it right to Swift, nullifying his jumping ability. Kwame 3 for 4 with 7 points.
Gasol had been resting. He'll come back in the game with Jason Williams. Swift on the baseline, good. Washington by 15. Lue open for the jumper, got it.
I was going to say, they've been shooting the ball so well. It was a game last night where they scored 64 points in the first half, shot 65%. They're even bettering that so far this game.
Wizards have momentarily matched their largest lead of 17. Kwame had the last 7 Washington points before Tyronn Lue hit that last jumper. If you're just joining us, Michael Jordan played all 12 minutes of the first quarter. Stackhouse is slammed in by Haywood.
He has been a terror on the boards, and that's what they want him to do. Patrol the inside at both ends. He's getting points by getting offensive rebounds. 7 rebounds already, 6 points.
He looked like a steel worker the way he climbed that iron.
He's got those long arms. He, unlike Pau Gasol, is a legitimate 7-footer. Every bit of it. Watch it again. This shot by Stackhouse is going to come up a little short. He gets good inside position. There's not much that can be done after that.
Wizards by 17. Pass to Haywood. Lays it off for 9 points for Kwame Brown.
And notice they're getting points inside, too, which has got to be pleasing to Doug Collins.
And not too pleasing to Hughes Brown, who's been out of the game for 15 years before Jerry West brought him back. Back in Washington, the Wizards are certainly looking to avenge an earlier season. Started the season 0-13. The Wizards traveled to Tennessee and lost against Memphis, giving the Grizzlies their first win. Hughes Brown has done a nice job with the squad, but look at the shooting.
At 69%, like I said, 65% in the first half, and we thought that was amazing. Now they've bettered that.
Check, short jumper, no good. Inside position, but the rebound taken away from Russell. A lot of reaching inside. Russell looking at Bob Delaney, wanted a foul. Lue rejected, and he gets fouled. Lorenzen Wright contesting the call to Sean Corbin. So the Wizards, who lead 50-31, will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 as Tyronn Lue will head to the charity stripe. Washington playing another outstanding first half of basketball, second night in a row.
Well, they certainly are. And like I said, they're getting some good scoring both inside and outside. We've talked about Jordan's hot shooting in that first quarter, but Brendan Haywood and Kwame Brown have both come alive inside. Washington has a 16-10 advantage in scoring in the paint. They've also done a good job of pushing the ball up when they've had the opportunity and gotten 8 fast break points to only 2 for the Grizz.
So Jordan has yet to play here in this quarter after scoring 18 points in the first. I mentioned Hughes Brown had been out of the game for 15 years. He replaced Sidney Lowe, the former DeMatha and NC State star who played for Morgan Wooten. But Brown had been out of the game for a while. Got a call from Jerry West, who is this team's president of basketball operations. Was looking for some advice from Hughes Brown. And Hughes said, well, wait a minute, I'm available. And Jerry West said, well, my search has just ended.
It's over. It started and begins with you. Yeah, again, I think there's a tremendous advantage to the fact that even though he wasn't involved in the game, but he was doing the commentating, and that obviously keeps you around. You have to keep up with the rules. You know the personnel out there on a lot of different levels. So, I mean, he obviously was still very much aware of what was going on and
the Knicks in 86-87, Patrick Ewing's second season. Comcast Sportsnet coverage of Wizards basketball being brought to you tonight by Toyota. Get the feeling. By Adidas Basketball, Forever Sport. And by Geico Direct, the sensible alternative. Steve Buckhantz with Phil Chenier and Chick Hernandez tonight courtside as the Wizards have out-rebounded the Grizzlies 15-7. Haywood alone has 7 boards for Washington. Brendan had a season-high 11 rebounds against Boston, 11 points against Indiana, as well as the Hawks last night. As Tyronn Lue makes the first free throw. And Jordan getting a nice rest right now after scoring 18 points in the first quarter. Wizards doing pretty much everything right.
Absolutely.
Right now.
From the free throw line, 6 for 6.
Washington by 21, their largest lead. Now they got a 19-point lead on the Hawks last night, and Atlanta got as close as 3 before finally succumbing to the Wizards.
You know, Steve, like you and I talked, you just can't expect any team to continue to shoot at 69% like the Wizards are right now.
So you build a lead and hope to use that.
And then certainly try to contain this team defensively.
Inside for Kwame. Over. Fifth Washington turnover of the game so far as Drew Gooden backs in. Jump hook, and no good. Brian Russell is there. Laettner will check back in. He's got 2 personal. Stackhouse, reverse. Oh, what a play!
Well, he knows how to play those backboards. We saw him with a beautiful shot coming from the other side last night. Now he does a reverse from the opposite direction.
Stackhouse
comes in from the baseline, underneath, swings it around, puts the reverse English on it. Boy, that's beautiful.
Looks like he's playing horse out there. All right, reverse layup under the glass, plenty of English, one-handed.
Graceful, graceful.
Wizards on an 8-0 run. They've outscored Memphis 19-6 overall, and Michael Jordan is back in the game. Brendan Haywood comes out. But he played well, extremely well, so far. So let's set the Wizards lineup. Laettner and Jordan are back in with Kwame Brown, Tyronn Lue, and Jerry Stackhouse. Washington by 23, their largest of the night. Haywood with 6 points, 7 rebounds, 4 of them offensive. Lorenzen Wright takes Laettner off the glass and scores. Wright in his second year with Memphis after 2 in Atlanta, and his first 3 with the Clippers. Lue is open. They give him the shot. He didn't take it. Now Kwame inside. Nice move. And he gets fouled. Boy. Wide open inside, and Gasol and Wright are trying to conference to see why he got so wide open.
Well, right now, Washington has really been able to attack that inside, that zone with getting the ball inside. Let's take a look at our Toyota League leaders. And you're talking about points per game. Last year's Rookie of the Year, Paul Gasol, almost 17 points a game. This year, 13 plus. From Drew Gooden. He was also the November Rookie of the Month.
Kwame is 2 for 2 at the line. The Wizards have made all 7 of their free throws. I'm impressed with how he's improved his free throw shooting so far. When will I learn to keep my mouth shut, Phil? There's people all around the area saying sometime soon, I hope.
Let me tell you, my mother told me to bring that to your attention.
Kwame Brown has 10 points all in this quarter. Washington by 20. Wizards will be off for the next couple of days and resume their road travels in San Antonio Saturday night and Dallas Sunday night. Lue for 3, a little short. Gasol, Williams, Wright, Gooden. Gooden is fouled, score the basket, he'll go to the line.
That's one of those times we talk about. When you push the ball up quickly before the defense gets a chance to get set. You don't have help. Drew Gooden was able to work himself on the inside, get inside position. You can see right there. Had great inside position.
Got to box him out of there.
Yep, and that was Stackhouse, I believe, that tried to come underneath him and picked up the foul.
That's his 3rd personal, Phil. He comes out of the game. Gooden makes the free throw. 4th overall pick by the Grizzlies in the draft, the rookie from Kansas. And the lead down from 23 to 17. Lue again. Now Memphis in a zone defense. Lue will try to bust it and does.
They've shown a lot of patience. They'd like to get the ball in the middle, but I'm sure Hughes Brown has told them to really negate any chance of getting that, allowing them to get the ball into the middle.
3-pointer for Lue. Wizards are 3 of 5 from long range, and Lue has 7. But Wesley Person, who, as I mentioned, the #1 3-point shooter in the league, 6'6", 200 in his 9th year from Auburn. Trying to go down low to Kwame Brown with 9 to shoot. Now they're boxed in. Kwame baseline for Jordan. He'll take that jumper and hit it. A 3-pointer for Michael Jordan. His first points of the period. He's got 21 in the game.
And that's his 2nd 3-pointer tonight.
See the Wizards' numbers, 4 of 6 from long range. Good defense to help out by Kwame. Gasol slapped away by Laettner, and they steal it. Here's Hughes. They run 3-on-1. Nice pass, reverse layup, good.
Fast break run to perfection that time. 3-on-1, you get the layup.
Something that you mentioned last night when their transition didn't work. They got the ball to the middle quickly. Person takes another long jumper. He is tough. 2-pointer for Person in his first year in Memphis after 5 in Cleveland and his first 3 in Phoenix. Jordan open, he'll try it again. Missed that one. Loose ball foul to be called on Drew Gooden. 1:22 to go in another high-scoring half of the Wizards. They did it last night in Atlanta. They're doing it again. Better. Christian Laettner makes the first free throw. He'll have another. Last night, the Wizards scored 64 first-half points, which was their high of the season. And if Laettner makes this free throw, they'll have a new high in a half of basketball, and they do. 65 points.
Boy, they're shooting 12 for 16 in this quarter, 75% for the quarter.
Gasol drives and scores the field goal. The foul will be on Kwame Brown. Number 1 on Kwame, and Pau Gasol to the free throw line.
Well, this guy can put the ball on the floor, has good quick first step to get himself an angle at that shot, and he draws a little bit of contact from Kwame.
Gasol is from Barcelona. He did not go to college. The Hawks took him with the 3rd overall pick in 2001, and draft rights were traded with Lorenzen Wright and Brevin Knight.
Now you can't have that a stuffed offensive putback off a missed free throw. Someone missed their assignment.
Trade was made for Sharif Abdul-Rahim and Jamal Tinsley, who went to Atlanta. Jordan baseline, nice pass. Kwame can't find the handle. Haywood off the glass, no good. Tips it up, no good, and rebound to Wright. Long jumper person, and he missed one finally. Lue, and that one's a little short. Teams trading long field goal attempts with 24 seconds to play in the half. Wizards by 19. Great pass underneath. Gasol missed it. Jordan the rebound. Second rebound for MJ.
Bill Collins telling them to make sure they take the last shot, run that clock down.
Jordan gets Williams off him. How do you like that? 23 matches his jersey number with 23 points in the half. And Michael Jordan has been having another spectacular night. He's missed just 4 shots in 14 attempts, and MJ, after scoring 18 in the first quarter, has 23 for the half in 17 minutes. And let's send you over to Chick Hernandez. Chick?
All right, guys, here with Kwame Brown. 10 points in that first half, already better than your season average. What do you attribute it to?
I just punched in and got some good passes from my teammate.
A little bit easier when you got number 23 scoring 23 in the first half?
Oh, yeah, no, without a doubt.
Kwame Brown, thank you very much. Not a whole lot to say, but he's playing very well. Buck, back to you.
But you tried, Chick, and we certainly appreciate the effort. Wizards with their highest scoring half of the season, 67 points, and they are controlling this game against the Grizzlies. Michael Jordan was spectacular. 10 of 14 from the field, including 2 3-pointers. He had 23 points in 17 minutes. And at the half, the Wizards, with their most productive half of a season, 67 points, and they lead the Memphis Grizzlies 67-46 as we get set to start third quarter action from a packed house here at the MCI Center.
See, one thing we should add, that this team is a good three-point shooting team, but as we mentioned, in the last 6 games, they have really elevated their play, and they're shooting around 47%. So I'm sure that's something that they're going to look at strongly.
Stackhouse works free. They leave him open, and Memphis pays the price. Michael Jordan in the last 6 quarters, which is last night's game and tonight's first half, is 22 of 32, shooting 69%, and has 53 points in those periods. Gasol is hit and fouled.
Now, there are some out there that would argue that, well, heck, he would do that in 1 game in years past. What do you say to them?
He may do it tonight. It ain't over yet. We just started the second half. I think, it's interesting to listen to some of the detractors. Quite frankly, I think mostly it's talk radio people who have nothing else to do, always looking for a controversy on an angle to have something to say to fill 4 hours of talk radio. And when you do that, I mean, how do you criticize the greatest player of all time? I don't care whether he's 0 for 100.
And I know the question is always asked, well, do you think that this would take away from it? No, nothing would ever take away from the imprint that he's made on this league.
Right. No, it will not tarnish his legacy. In fact, I think it'll improve it.
Add to it, yeah.
Just to say how great of a player he can be and has been. Laettner kicks it to MJ with 4 seconds to shoot. Now he takes the jumper and misses short. First of all, in 40 years, when you think back to Michael Jordan, No doubt you'll think about his days as a Chicago Bull and the 6 championships.
Boy, Jason Williams can pull the trigger in a heartbeat. Hits that 3. That's the team's first 3. They were 0 for 2 in the first half.
And Larry Hughes answers. 10 points in the game for Larry Hughes. And the Wizards lead by 20. Steve Buckhantz, Phil Chenier, Chick Hernandez, and our Comcast Sportsnet crew. Gooden fires and he hits. Drew Gooden, who averages just under 14 points a game and 6 rebounds. Hughes, tough shot, and he hit it. What a shot.
Yeah, that is a tough shot because he was on the run, had to come to the ball to catch it, and then but he still was able to readjust and get that shot to go down.
Hughes is 5 of 6. Phil, his field goal percentage over the last 3 weeks has to be phenomenal.
Yeah, at least 54, 55%.
Memphis has made all 3 of their shots so far in this quarter. Here's Jordan for Stackhouse. Fadeaway by Jerry, good. 10 points for Jerry Stackhouse. Jordan has 23, Hughes has 12, and Kwame Brown has 10, so they've already got 4 guys in double figures. Gooden from 15 feet, missed it. And a foul will be called on Pau Gasol, who reaches around Laettner and commits the infraction. Fans, Mercedes-Benz of Annapolis is the place to go for both new and pre-owned Mercedes-Benz, located in the heart of Annapolis, a short drive from both Washington and Baltimore. Tell them Phil Chenier sent you. Score.
Nice pass from Larry Hughes that led him right to the basket.
And a 20-second timeout taken by Hughes.
Everything going right.
Sure is. What was the difference in the first game between these two teams?
I don't know. Here's Stackhouse right here. He's going to break across. They got to get these defenders occupied. Larry makes the pass, and it's just an easy shot. You got the defender turning it back. No help defense, and I'm sure that's something that Hubie's going to talk about during this timeout.
Hubie took over on November the 12th. His first game was the 15th at home against Minnesota. They started out 0-5 under Hubie Brown, and then they beat the Wizards 85-74 on November 23rd, and then proceeded to play 500 ball, 6-6 after that Wizards victory for Hubie.
Well, obviously, the big difference is Jordan is really hitting his shots and making them make adjustments. But now you've got the other players that are into the act. Larry Hughes is shooting the ball well. Stackhouse.
Jordan's the only Wizard to miss a shot in this period. The rest of the team 5 for 5. And Michael with a steal. He beats you with his head. Wizards throw it away, but a foul will be called on Lorenzen Wright, holding Haywood.
I like the way he posted up. Watch, he gets down low to hold his position. You don't want to allow yourself to be ridden out.
Wizards are currently shooting for the game 67% from the field. Stackhouse off a screen. That's a little strong. And a nice play by Haywood to tip it to Hughes. Hughes inside, and an offensive foul. They call Larry Hughes using the elbow.
Everett said to regain his balance, he came to a quick stop. Let's take another look. Trying to beat Jason Williams. Pushes off a little bit with the right arm.
Right, kicks it baseline for Person, and that's no good. Gasol is there, the 7-footer. And gets the roll.
Oh, he has a soft touch.
12 points in the game for Pau Gasol, 22 years old. MJ had it knocked up into the air and stolen by Gooden. Blocked by Haywood. Follow is good by Wright. Brendan Haywood gets his second block of the game. Hughes will try the jumper and drill it. 14 points for Larry Hughes, whose season high is 22 at Houston. Hughes is 6 of 7 from the floor. Also has 6 assists in the game, only 1 rebound. Gooden lost the handle, guarded by Jordan. Whips it for Person, missed it. Hughes, they run 2-on-1 with Stackhouse. And now they'll wisely set it up. Jerry lays it off for Laettner underneath. That's blocked. Person for Gasol.
Well, you can see what happens sometimes when you get a little careless or you lose some of that intensity. We saw that in Atlanta. You don't want to see that happen again here tonight.
18-point lead. Now they clear the side for him. Takes the jumper and misses. Laettner with a great offensive rebound. The last 3 weeks.
Laettner really has.
Both he and Jordan getting their 10th start of the season tonight. Williams the other way, goes all the way, lays it off, and off the glass, good. And the lead is down to 16. So Doug Collins takes the time as Memphis is on an 8-2 run with 5:34 to go, third quarter.
Well, Steve, in the first half, Washington had the edge in fast break points by a large margin, 12-2. But so far in this quarter, Memphis has a 6-0 advantage there. A lot of that might be due to Washington's 3 turnovers so far.
Stackhouse lays it up and in. Beautiful move.
They're still shooting a phenomenal percentage. They're 7 for 11. But guess what? That's what Memphis is shooting as well.
Stackhouse has made all 4 of his shots in the period. He's got 14 points in the game, but Memphis is an excellent shooting basketball team. 9th in the league in field goal percentage, 14th in long range shooting. Gooden has 17 points, 8 in the quarter. Jordan baseline, 3 for the jumper, and he hits. 25 for Michael Jordan, had a season high of 30 last night, which bested his previous season high of 28.
I'll tell you what you can see that's different. Timing is perfect. They're setting good picks. Oh, a late whistle. They're setting good picks and getting players open. But that was a late whistle.
And that's the 4th personal on Christian Laettner.
Yeah, I don't doubt that it was a good call. Take a look again. Christian's right there in the middle. He's going to drop off and try and help, but looked like he used a little bit of, that left hand gets the body down low. He's clean up top, but down low he gets the body of Gooden.
Fourth personal on Laettner. But Tony Brown surrounded by a wealth of knowledge and experience there. Collins and Jordan getting them from both sides. Jordan, who speaks to the officials through his jersey. Doesn't want anybody to read his lips or know he's talking, but it's pretty obvious he is. Kwame Brown with Haywood, Jordan, Stackhouse, and Hughes. Stackhouse pulls up. That's way too strong. Wizards don't want to get into a situation where they stop moving the basketball.
Right. I mean, they shoot the ball so well. I think the key right now is to try and cool this team off defensively to search this out.
Boy, Kwame Brown knocked Gasol to the floor. No call. Here's Hughes. Lays it up. One-handed, missed it.
Got to get back. They got numbers.
4-on-2. Williams pops and hits. Three-pointer for Jason Williams.
He's not bashful whatsoever when it comes to shooting threes.
He's jacked up 117 coming into this game. He can hurt you or he can help you. He can help his team or he can kill them sometimes. It's the closest that Memphis has been since midway in the second quarter. Now down by just 13. Kwame, no good. Williams, who electrified the fans like that in Sacramento for 3 years. Now he pumps, fires, has missed it. A little short. Wizards could use a bucket here. The Grizzlies on a 15-6 run in the last 5 minutes. Jordan reverse layup, got it. 27 points for his airness.
Did not want to settle for the outside shot that time, so Jordan made sure he made his movement to the basket.
Washington by 15. Good defense by Haywood. Excellent defense by Haywood.
Well, that's a tough assignment because we're talking about a very mobile guy in Pau Gasol.
Under 2 minutes to play in the period. Stackhouse drives and misses the slam and gets the foul call. Tried to slam it in left-handed, but got the call.
And had it cupped in his wrist, too.
Timeout with 1:53 to go in the third quarter. Washington by 15 and shooting 2. Wizards about to shoot their first free throws of the quarter. Both teams shooting well from the free throw line. Washington 9 of 10. Memphis 8 of 9. Stackhouse to shoot 2 as Hubie Brown confers with Sean Corbin. Jerry Stackhouse missed a couple last night in Atlanta and fell from 7th in the league to 12th, but gets that one. We take a look at our Geico Direct League standings. The Wizards give up the 3rd fewest amount of points in the league at 88.8.
Yeah, but last night gave up 99, and unless they turn this Memphis team around in terms of their shooting and scoring, they too will go above the 88 points.
1:45 to play in the quarter. Washington by 17. Stromile Swift scores.
Well, now you have in the game Earl Watson in for the first time, and he had a career game against Washington the last time they played. Almost a near perfect game. 5 of 7 from the field, perfect from the free throw line.
Foul was called on Gordon Giricek, who is a rookie from Zagreb, Croatia. Stack goes back to the free throw line. Jason Williams went to the bench with 10 points, 10 assists, and just 1 turnover. And Stackhouse rattles in another. He has 17 points. This Memphis team, as you saw on the graphic, is 27th in the league in points allowed, 100.3 a game. Only Golden State and Cleveland allow more points per game.
Yeah, but as we said, though, they've done a lot better, particularly over the last 6 games, in holding their opponents down to a lower point average.
Earl Watson is in the game, a second-year guard from UCLA. Good defense and a steal by Russell. Kwame Brown was all over Gasol, and Russell snuck up and stole it. Michael Jordan on the bench right now. Stackhouse off the screen, lays it off for Kwame's jumper. That's the way to play the game. 12 points for Kwame Brown. His career-high 20 this year against Boston, and Kwame is 5 of 8 from the field. Giricek, fadeaway, pretty shot. Gordon Giricek, originally taken by Dallas in '99 with a 40th pick overall. Draft right straight into San Antonio and then to Memphis.
And he's been playing well the last 2 games. Scoring points of 17 and 18 and shooting the ball extremely well from the field.
Just 1 of 7 though here tonight. Lue got up in the air with nowhere to go and traveled. Bob Delaney says he drug his pivot foot when he came down before passing and traveled. You could see Doug yell, "Hey Bob."
And he gets himself up in the air. I think he was trying to get the ball to Brendan.
Very close. He came down just as he passed it. Very close. 17-point Washington lead with 15 seconds to play, and the shot clock is at 10. Doug Collins orchestrating. You can see at the top of your screen. Watson drew some contact, missed it. Russell flies in for the rebound, and that is going to be the end. That's good if it goes, and nearly did. Surprised that the Wizards were able to actually get off a shot. Big period for Stackhouse. Has 18 points for the game and had 12 in the quarter. And after 3, it's Washington 91, Memphis 74. Comcast Sportsnet coverage of Wizards basketball brought to you tonight by Southwest Airlines, bringing people together with low fares. By Dodge, get somewhere, grab life by the horns, Dodge. And by the Fannie Mae Foundation, showing America a new way home. A check of these stats through 3 quarters of play.
Some good shooting, both teams shooting over 50%. So they shot so well, only 15 rebounds in that quarter between the 2 teams. Washington with 24 assists. Their season high is 26.
Wizards shot 64% in the first quarter, 65% in the second, and 56 in the third quarter.
They got cold in the third quarter.
Yeah, they were frigid in the third quarter, just 56%. 62% for the game now for Washington. Wizards will have tomorrow and Friday off, traveling to San Antonio.
Actually, I think they will practice Friday.
Yeah, well, they'll practice. I didn't mean that they had off completely. I meant they wouldn't play.
I stand corrected.
And Dallas Sunday night, or rather Monday night. Foul on Brendan Haywood. Let's send you over to Chick Hernandez. Chick.
Hey, guys, Doug Collins in that timeout there between quarters basically said, guys, 28 points given up, far too much. And he said, do you understand how good we look when we help each other out and how bad we look when we do not? Help each other out. That's all he said.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got to like the way things are going offensively, but you want to constantly challenge your team, and certainly a big challenge is to get this team to shoot a much lower percentage than we see them shooting 51% right now.
Earl Watson gets his first 2 points of the game. Lue is wide open, takes the jumper, and misses a 3-point attempt. Shane Batier has been basically dormant tonight. Stromile inside and gets the roll. They could have called Haywood on the arm as well, but didn't.
Well, they could have called Stromile for travel. He certainly dragged that foot that time.
And again, the lead down to 13. Stack will try the long jumper. Bang! 3-pointer from Stackhouse, who has 21 in the game. His season high 38 against Philadelphia on November 30th.
Well, this team is shooting their threes pretty well. You look at last night's game and tonight, they're 5 for 10 for 3-point range.
Men, have you been to the doctor lately? Did you know there are 2 health centers just for you every Tuesday in the District of Columbia? For more info, call the D.C. Department of Health, 202-442-9348. Foul was called on Brian Russell. His first. Giracek, nothing but. 5 points for Gordon Giracek. Now Memphis with his own defense. See how the Wizards handled MJ back in the game. Jordan had 18 first quarter points. Lue travels with a basketball. 10th Washington turnover. Doug Collins screaming to please get into our zone offense.
Well, you've developed so much momentum over the last. Ooh.
And he's fouled.
I was going to say you generated so much momentum with the 2 wins on the road, and then 2 great shooting nights that they had last night, and then now again tonight. They're getting ready to go on a tough trip down to Texas, and you can see
Batiste
almost run over. Well, he did run over Tyronn Lue.
Mike Batiste, the rookie from Arizona State. Here's Laettner inside, had it knocked away, back to Lue. Swing it to Jordan. Michael leaves for Lue. 5 seconds, had it knocked away out of bounds with 3 seconds to shoot. Wizards by 14. They've led by as many as 23. Laettner, and they turn it over. Largest lead for Washington was at 54-31. Giracek, good defense by Russell. Watson pulls up on Lue, missed it. Kwame with a huge rebound. 8 rebounds for Kwame Brown. Jordan, who has 27 points in the game, lays it off for Russell's long jumper, big basket. 3-pointer for Brian Russell.
6 for 11 from 3. And that's what they shot last night against Atlanta.
Russell has 2 3-pointers in the game. Giracek wide open as Russell couldn't get to him, and he throws up an air ball.
He knew he missed it as soon as it left his hand, went right after it.
Wizards back up by 17. Here's Jordan. Bob Delaney says hold everything. Going to call a foul on Stromile Swift. So the Wizards will get it back on the side with 8:23 to go in regulation. Washington looking for their 3rd consecutive victory, up by 17. Here's what the Wizards have in store this Saturday. We'll all be down in San Antonio to take on the Admiral, Tim Duncan, and the Spurs. Then 2 days later, Monday night, boy, what a game this ought to be, in Dallas against Nowitzki and the Mavs. And then next Tuesday back here, or make it next Thursday back here at the MCI Center, the day after Christmas, for a game against Ben Wallace, Rip Hamilton, and the Detroit Pistons. So as you check our Sun Microsystems upcoming games, Saturday at 8:30 on WB50 CN8, Monday News Channel 8 CN8, and then next Thursday against Detroit.
Well, that's a tough schedule, no question about it, and that's why it's even more important. Make sure you get some momentum. Get your play at a level where you can go in there and play with those 2 teams down in Texas, particularly Dallas, that has the best record in the league.
2nd assist for Jordan as Laettner got the easy basket. Wizards by 17 with 7:43 to play in regulation. Gasol back up. Here's Lue for 3 off the rim. Chased down by Batier. Batier has 2 points in the game. Knocked away by Jordan. Give Michael a steal.
I think we can do that.
Now he shoots and misses. Earl Watson pushes it up. Jordan with a near another steal. He is placed 2 steps ahead of everybody else on the floor. Fans, group sales, and group tickets are great for family and friends or company outing. Gather a group of 20 or more for a Wizards game and get $5 off each ticket. For more info, call a Wizards sales rep at 202-661-5050. Giracek goes in the lane. Oh, he had to travel.
Didn't matter.
Uncharacteristic bad pass by Jordan. And that's the worst of all evils, a Duke guy picking off a Carolina pass.
It's salt to the injury.
Giracek, he traveled, and this time Bob Delaney calls it. You can do that in international play, I think, but not over here.
He can travel?
Well, sort of like that.
Sort of like that, okay. He's not playing international ball anymore.
Giracek played in Croatia, then Russia last season. Averages 10.5 points. 6.5 to go. Jordan fires. How do you like him now? 29 points for MJ. Sometimes we take a little bit for granted, not on purpose, but human nature, the fact that we're watching the greatest player of all time and that this is his last season.
Well, I saw a quote somewhere from him and something to the effect that, I want people to know that I can still score. And, that's a mentality that you have. It's not just a skill. I mean, you just have a knack for knowing how to set your man up. We've talked about how well he's been setting his man up, but then how you can aggressively attack and put the defensive player where he's supposed to be, on defense, trying to react to what you do as an offensive player.
Loose ball foul on Giracek. His second, and the Wizards will bring it in. Wizards, of course, are 7-0 when scoring 100 or more points, undefeated. They're at that point now with 101. Grizzlies are just 1-11 when allowing 100 or more points. Stackhouse pulls up, misses short. Laettner with a rebound. And they'll reset with a fresh 24 and 5:37 to play. Jordan baseline fadeaway, missed it a little long.
Got to move those feet.
That's as good as you can play him. 7 feet tall, and when he goes up that high, almost unstoppable. 16 points for Gasol on 7 of 12 shooting. MJ inside, and he scores.
Actually didn't know which side of the basket he was going to come up on, if he was going to go to the other side and reverse it.
Lue trying to get the steal, and Jordan has a new season high of 31 points. He had 30 last night in Atlanta. Shane Batier, 3-pointer. Not only does Jordan have 31 points, but he's shooting 64% from the field, 14 of 22.
Yesterday, 12 for 18, which is 66%, 67%.
Stackhouse backs up and scores. Overshadowed by Michael Jordan, but of course anyone would be overshadowed by Michael Jordan. But you can't ignore what Stackhouse has done this season.
No, when you start looking at the way they played, in particularly the last 3 wins, or 2 wins, I should say. I don't want to count this one as a win yet, but you've got to marvel at some of the other players as well, not just Stackhouse and Jordan.
Wizards by 15. Stackhouse has 23 points, 17 in the second half. Brendan Haywood score the basket. He'll get a foul shot.
And that's one of the players I'm talking about. You've got to give him some credit for playing tough inside basketball, and that's something when the team was losing that they were lacking. They didn't get a lot of inside presence, so he's providing that now, and it's paying off.
Fans, individual tickets for all Wizards home games through the month of January are now available. To get yours, call 202-432-SEAT. Visit any Ticketmaster outlet or order online at WashingtonWizards.com.
Jordan has been on fire. 61 in the last 2 games. Both teams shooting well. I'm sure Washington would like to see that Memphis shooting percentage down. And 29 assists. And we've talked about the importance of assists. That helps that shooting percentage go up. I don't know if it has direct proportion with that 61% shooting, but certainly good ball movement.
And Brendan Haywood completes the three-point play. He's got 9 points, 10 rebounds, 4 of them offensive, and 2 blocks.
Yeah, he's been giving this team a presence inside.
Score the field goal. Gasol is fouled by Haywood. This Memphis team has struggled to start the season, as you know, 0 for 13. They're just 1-11 on the road. Their only win coming at Miami on December the 10th, 107-96.
Well, blocking a shot off another player and blocking a shot off a player that you're guarding is 2 different things. You can't go after the ball, especially when you have your players shooting the ball from behind. That means you're going to go get some body contact, and that's how he picked up that foul.
Wizards by 15 with 3:23 to play in regulation. Still lots of time for Memphis. The Wizards have to guard this lead. And Haywood, how about him? He has played so well the last few games. Brendan Haywood has matched his season high for the 3rd time this year. He had 11 last night. Had 11 against Indiana, has 11 tonight. Gasol inside, another easy hoop. 21 for Pau Gasol. Doug Collins screaming, move the ball. Here's Michael baseline and gets the foul called. Will go to the line.
Well, you can clearly see where Memphis is playing a zone and trying to protect the middle. But with good ball movement, they've got to make adjustments, and then you can find the seams in that defense.
Foul was called on Pau Gasol. It will send Michael Jordan to the line to shoot a pair. Comcast Sportsnet coverage of Wizards basketball has been brought to you tonight by Southwest Airlines, bringing people together with low fares. By Jim Coleman's Montgomery Mall Toyota. Remember, nobody beats a Jim Coleman deal. By Subway, it's cold outside. Come into Subway for some delicious hot soup. Subway, eat fresh. And by your Washington area Volkswagen dealers, proud sponsors of the Washington Wizards. So Jordan goes to the line to shoot a pair. Big day coming up Thursday, December 19th for this team. Remember last year when Abe Poland, the owner, and Susan O'Malley and Wes Unseld and Michael Jordan and everybody got on the bus and went around and gave holiday gifts to the different families in D.C. They're going to do that again December 19th, giving gifts to 6 families in D.C. The Wizards bus will depart from F Street entrance at MCI Center at 2 o'clock on that day.
I understand there's a way you can track the bus and make the stops. Well, defensively, Brendan Haywood getting caught in the middle there, trying to get out and help, but that pass zipped by him, just reaches out and grabs Gasol.
Wizards 65% from regular field goal range tonight. And 94% from the free throw line, making 16 of 17. 15-point lead with 2:25 to go. Michael Jordan has extended his new season high to 33 points. Now he pulls the trigger and misses off the front of the rim. Haywood is there for his 11th rebound. 5 of them offensive. And that ties his season high for rebounds, which he had against Boston. Stackhouse. 25 for Jerry Stackhouse. 19 in the second half for the former Carolina Star. And another foul called as Batier made a terrific move on Jordan baseline.
I think that was Brendan that came in to help. Yeah, that's who they kept calling the foul on. Brendan fake, goes baseline. Brendan with the mindset of
the old timers where you don't give up a layup.
No, make them pay for it, at least. Definitely don't give it up. Now Doug Collins will get Jared Jeffries and Brian Cardinal into the game. For Jerry Stackhouse and Michael Jordan, who both get a nice round of applause here. The MCI Center. 33 points for Jordan on 14 of 23 shooting. Jerry Stackhouse, 25 points in the game. .140 to play. Offensive foul on Haywood. That will be his 5th personal. Batier and misses that one. Kwame with a nice rebound.
He's done a good job on the boards as well. 9
rebounds for Kwame Brown, who played for the first time in his home state last night. He was injured last year when they played down in Atlanta. Kwame scores and officially 10 rebounds in the game officially for Kwame Brown and 14 points, so a double-double for the second-year star for Brunswick.
That's his 3rd this season. Jared Jeffries getting the assist.
Swing it into the corner for the jumper from Batiste. Person gets an easy one and misses. Another rebound for Brendan Haywood, and I believe that's a new season high for him with 12 rebounds, and it is. Brian Cardinal inside, draws the foul. He's a very tough, hard-nosed guy that Doug Collins just could not leave off of this roster. Look at our Department of Health injury report, and there's Juan Dixon with a sprained elbow. And boy, I just keep thinking about that Indiana game here when he played so well and had 6 steals in the 4th quarter.
He's really getting into a groove, certainly getting into Doug's rotation. But hopefully the young man will get back real soon.
Mentioned Juan Dixon, Jared Jeffries, Drew Gooden, all of them in the Final Four last year. Although Gooden's last collegiate game was a loss to Maryland in the Final Four in Atlanta, and he was shut down by Chris Wilcox. And the Wizards, with an 18-point lead, will win their 3rd straight game. That accomplishment for the 2nd time this season. Washington avenging an earlier season loss to these Memphis Grizzlies. Wizards will improve to 12 and 13, so they'll be just 1 game under 500 now. And 8 and 5 here at home. A magnificent game from Michael Jordan, who had 18 points in the 1st quarter. Finished with 33 for the game in 36 minutes of play. Stackhouse with 25, 19 in the 2nd half. Larry Hughes with 14 points and 6 assists. Kwame Brown with 14 and 11 rebounds. And Brendan Haywood with 11 points and 12 rebounds. And let's send you over now to Chick Hernandez. Chick?
All right, guys, here with Jerry Stackhouse. The Carolina backcourt accounted for 58 points tonight. Michael Jordan, 33, and Jerry Stackhouse, 25. First things first, the old guy got off in that first half. How easy does that make it for you guys?
It makes it a lot easier for us when he's able to come out and go. Anyway, we get have somebody to get off like that. It always helps the team. But it was good to see Mike come back after last night's performance, and he had it going the whole game for us, and that got us a good lead in the 2nd half. We were able to keep moving the ball and getting good looks, and I was able to get some opportunity in the 2nd half, and we were able to keep our lead. They kept coming, but we maintained our lead.
You guys are shooting very well as a team in these last 2 games. You go into San Antonio, what do you got to do?
We need to keep shooting the ball well, of course, but that's a big team, and definitely we got to play good interior defense, and we got a couple days to prepare for them. Confidence is high right now, so let's go do it.
All right, Jerry Stackhouse, thank you very much. All right, let's head back down to the guys, Buck and Phil. Gentlemen.
All right, Chick, thank you very much. Washington with a season high, Phil, 118 points. And our Subway play of the day, well, you could pick Jordan or Stackhouse. They both were magnificent. Jerry had a terrific play here, though.
Yeah, I like this. Cups it with one hand, swoops it underneath the basket, reverse layup, goes right in.
Wizards now a perfect 8-0 when scoring 100 or more points. And they win it this evening, the final 118-100. That'll do it for Phil Chenier and Chick Hernandez. This is Steve Buckhantz. A reminder, Wizards basketball has been a presentation of Washington Sports and Entertainment, Comcast Sportsnet, and the NBA. Stay tuned. Guarantee Residential Wizards post-game live is next. Wizards win their third straight